Hello, sixth graders. Today we're working with probabilities. And you've worked a little bit with probabilities in the past, but I'm going to be showing you how to do this. We're going to break it down, so watch really closely with some of these. Take a look here. What's the probability? Let's take a look at these three teddy bears. What is the probability of the teddy bear wearing a sports jersey? Well, there's three possible options, so it kind of looks like a fraction. There's three possible options, and there are two sports options because there's a little army guy. So 2/3, right? So there's two out of the three possibilities. So what's the percentage or what the probability of this happening? Well, we know 1/3 equals 33.3%. So the probability of two of them out of the three wearing sports jerseys would be 66.6% is the chances of that teddy bear wearing a sports jersey. Let's try another one. We've got some earrings. We have some gold earrings and we have some little stuffed animal earrings. What is the probability of wearing gold earrings? Well, there's two total options. One option of the two is gold. So what's the probability? They have a 50% probability of wearing those earrings. So if Mrs. Green has both those pairs, there's a 50% chance of her wearing the gold ones compared to the teddy bear ones. That's if she is wearing earrings, right? We have four pairs of shoes. We have slippers, we have little brown boots, we have little red slippers with a bow on them, and we have little Converse. What is the probability of wearing just the slippers, the teddy bear slippers? Where there's four possible options, one of the four options is the slippers, so there's a 25% probability of wearing that. Okay, what's the probability of wearing shoes with laces? There's a 50% probability of wearing shoes with laces because there's one and there's two, so that's 2 out of 4, which would equal half, which would be 50%. Okay, let's take a look at some more problems here. Okay, we're going to take a look at this very first one up here. You can follow along with your sheet. It says spin the spinner. We have options A, B, and C. Possible outcomes, you could either get an A, you could get a B, or a C. Are the outcomes equally likely? Well, obviously they're not because the area of C is twice as large as everything else. You have a better chance of getting C, which is 50%. A would be 25, B would be 25. Because it's a circle, so it's going to be 100%. Let's take a look at the next one. We have, choose a coin. We have dimes, quarters, and nickels. So possible outcomes, we have dimes, we have quarters, and we have nickels. Are the outcomes likely or likely, not likely possible? No, there's not an equal number. No, there isn't an equal number. So they're not as likely. Okay. Choose a factor of 20. So what are our possible options? Well, we have 1, 2, 4, 5, 10, and 20. Okay. Outcomes that are equally likely. So do I want to, if I'm trying to pick a factor of 20, are the outcomes equally as likely? Yes, because they're all, because they are all factors of 20. So yeah, you have a 100% chance of getting a factor of 20 because those are my only options. Okay, if there was a 3 in there, then it wouldn't be equally likely. Okay, let's try another problem here. It says, what is the probability of selecting a quarter from the coins in problem 1? Well, let's go back to problem 1. How many quarters do we have here? We have, well, how many coins do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 8 possible outcomes. Put an 8 here. How many of these are quarters? 1, 2, 3. There's 3 Qs. How many dimes? There's one nickel. How many dimes? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 dimes. That adds up to 8. Good. So 3 out of 8. Okay. Go here. What is the probability of selecting a quarter? Well, 3 out of 8. What does that give me? If I type that onto my calculator, I'll let you guys use a calculator when doing some probability. 3 divided by 8 equals 0.375, which would be 37.3%. 0.5% chance of getting a quarter there. What is the probability of choosing a factor of 20 from the cards in problem 2? Well, let's take a look here. What's the probability? Well, the only options are a factor of 20. So your probability is 100% chance. Okay. Suppose you spin the spinner from the example in the table. So that's problem number 1. Below, determine the probability of the spinner landing on A or C. Well, let's take a look at A. A is a 25, C is a 50. So we have a 25%, a 50%. So probability of an A or a C is 75%. I would agree with that because B is your other option, and that was 25%. Got some practice here. Take a look at this practice problem, okay? We have order of operations. We're doing please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. So there's no parentheses. There is no exponents. Moving into multiplication and division. So we have a division problem right here. So we'll do 3.8 plus 6.4 divided by 2 would be the same thing as saying 64 divided by 2. So that is 32 minus 1.8 times 2.6 minus 3.2 divided by 0.8. Moving on, I have 3.8 plus, make sure that's 0.8, plus 32 minus what's 1.8 times 2.6. 1.8 times 2.6, I'm going to multiply this out. 8 times 6 is 48. 6 times 1 is 6, plus 4 is 10. Place value holder, 2 plus 8 is 16. 2 times 1 is 2, plus 1 is 2. Apologize, it is 3. Check my work here. 0, got a 16, 3, add this up. 2 numbers after the decimal. We got 4.68. Minus 3.2 divided by 0.8. Keep going, I have 3.8 plus 32 minus 4.68 minus 3.2 divided by 0.8. It's the same thing as 32 divided by 8, so we get a 4. 3.8 plus 32 gives me 35.8 minus 4.68 minus 4. Extend this page a little bit to give us some more room. 3.8 minus 4.68. Borrow. Subtract here. I have a 1. 5 minus 4 is 1. I have 31. So if I'm rewriting my problem, I have 3112 minus 4. So if I take 4 from there, that gives me 2712 is my answer to this problem. Now the reason why I worked the whole thing out is I'm hoping you're not bored when I'm watching this, but I took each problem one step at a time. I'm going to rewrite the problem at the top here. Okay. 27 and 12/100ths. But I didn't do like this, this, and this all at the same time. I did one at a time, and then I get a cone. When it's done, and I get the correct answer. Hopefully this helped a little bit with probabilities. Just keep in mind, how many options do you have? That would be your denominator, and your numerator is what you're trying to find, and then you just divide, turns into a decimal, then you get a percent. Good luck, and I look forward to working with you in math today.